So where have you been?
I've been around and within. Yeah, looking at the politics as it evolves and it changes every time. Yeah.
But significantly missing from a number of rallies, meetings, convergences, pressers, the things that happen amongst the Linda Mwananchi team, who for the beginning of it, we saw you then very vibrant and involved. Where have you been?
Yeah, we not all soldiers are deployed to the field.
Some are in the kitchen or in the chapel?
Not in the kitchen, definitely. We are left in the barracks to direct. And actually, warn them whenever there is some rough terrain ahead. And you say, yeah, I can see on the map, this is not, the weather is not good. This terrain is a bit difficult. Please divert or retreat. So there are always those soldiers. Not all are field marshals. Some are house Negroes. So I'm the house Negro.
Oh, really? Does the field marshal know that you're the house Negro?
Yes, they know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the house Negro, okay. Well, what an analogy to go by. Because then it would mean there is a master behind the house
absolutely.
Negro.
Yeah.
And I think when you look at now these formations of because we are approaching rapidly the ballot.
Yeah.
In a year and a week, Kenyans will decide who becomes the next president and what political formations form the next regime, which you've been very vocal around. You've been saying we need a renaissance, which means we need a fresh, new beginning, new thoughts, new energy, new trajectory on how we run our own country. Currently, you are a hired man. People of Kenya have employed you to represent. But as you said, in another weeks, 40 weeks, people go for party primaries. So those coalitions will be important on how people align. When you look at it today, various corners are speaking different languages. You hear people saying there'll be a 2002 moment, or if you're not careful, you're going to have a 2007 moment. And others like yourself are saying we need a fresh new beginning. Which way to go? What are the considerations we must start looking at as we organize and reorganize politically and these political vehicles? What I think should we look at? Is it the legacy politicians, which utterly you have rejected? Interestingly, you even had a candidate in Olkalao because you stand for something. So what should we start looking at as Kenyans for this renaissance to be birthed in the coming vote?
Yeah, first of all, on 11th of August, that is next Tuesday, I'll be launching a people's movement. A people's movement that will clear all these legacy politicians out of our sight. A people's movement that will birth in new leaders, that will give up a platform for young, imagine, not necessarily young, but young in terms of not having been in the political space, new faces that can drive a new agenda. This generation is a bit uneasy. Our generation are looking at leaders who have been there for quite some time, and there is no change that you can really infer to them. It is not bad to be in leadership for long, but what is it that can be assigned to your name? What is the legacy that you left while in leadership? If you go to Saboti,
right,
they'll tell you they never saw classrooms being built until Caleb came in. They'll tell you for the first time there is an education program that serves people so well, and that's the reason why they re-elected me, devoid of tribalism, despite my party, ODM, not being the predominant party there. Right. Despite my tribe being minority, very tiny minority of just less than 500 people. But I was voted in by the Kalenjins and the other Luyas, mixture of Luyas and the Kisis and the Luos and the Kikuyus and others. Devoid of tribalism. Is because that you've left a mark. There is something that can relate to your leadership.
And this is your third term?
This is my second term. And I thank you for wishing me my third term. It has come prematurely. And they can tell you that for the first time we've seen something around the leadership, as opposed to the past leaders. The same case at the national level.
Right.
There are leaders, for example, when I followed Baba, it's because I saw his struggle for the country, being imprisoned for 7 years, not because he has stolen somebody's chicken, but because he was fighting for democratic space in this country. He fought for the new constitution. He was part of the people who championed for devolution that Kenyans now have come to appreciate. There is something alongside that name. When you look at other names, and the reason why we rejected Ruto is that I watched the Ruto's time in politics. Since Moi's time, he was a minister in Moi's government. Nothing to his name. He was a minister for agriculture, minister for education in Kibaki's government. Nothing to his name. He was a deputy president for 10 years. Nothing to his name. That is the reason why I rejected. That you cannot be in a position of high authority and there is nothing that people can write home about you, or something major that you revolutionize. That's why I rejected it. Now, today, we are asking ourselves, there are leaders who have been in leadership. They must really convince us that while they served in Moi government, while they serve in Uhuru's government, while they serve in Kibaki's government, there is something that they revolutionize for us to believe that they can be part and parcel of the change we are demanding now. I don't think if those statements should be construed as lacking disrespect to them. I said we respect them. There is nothing about abusing them. We are just asking, you've been in this position for quite some time. What is it that you've done for us to also believe that yes, you hold something to allow this country move forward? And every generation has faced a situation.
Right.
There was a generation that woke up one day and they decided that the colonialist must go.
Yes.
That generation was led by Jomo Kenyatta, Bildad Kagia, Dendan Kimathi, Ocheng Aneko, Harry Thuku, Paul Ngei, all those, the Majimaji rebel, not Majimaji, the Maikatilile wa Menza, of course, somewhere, kwa Italela Arab somewhere, Mbingu wa, Mwindi wa Mbingu from Eastern, they were all from all corners of the country, and they said, no, enough is enough.
Yes.
The colonialist must go, we must get independent. Independence we got. Kenya is an independent sovereign state.
Correct.
We are not fighting for independence of this country. Now, there was another generation that came and decided now we are independent, but we are under one party rule, and that is Kanu. There is no space, there is no breathing space, democratically speaking. And they said, no, we must expand our space and become a multi-party democracy, multiplicity, pluralism. And they fought for it. Some were in prison, some died, some are still having their scars of liberation. We are talking about Charles Rubia, we are talking about Kenneth Matiba, we are talking about Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. They won that war. It is a call of their generation, and they won. We are now a multi-party state, including the newly formed People's Renaissance Movement. Otherwise, it would not have existed today.
Okay.
And then we had a third liberation that said, okay, fine. We are now self-ruled. We have multi-party democracy. But our constitution is still archaic. It is still has some aspects of autocracy. We need to have a rule of law,
right?
That answers to the international space according to the rules of international governance. And they started fighting for a new constitution. We had Kibaki there. We had Raila Odinga there, very in front of that war. We had, of course, Uhuru and others. Orengo was there. And we have a new constitution. They won that war.
Yes.
We are now, devolution is there. We are not fighting for a new constitution. What is the call of our generation?